Design is built by styles. In fact, the only reason for its existence is style. And contrary to popular belief, a style is not just an aesthetic phenomena, but rather a product of technique and culture. Styles have been around since the dawn of history for practical, aesthetic, and cultural reasons. Hellenics had completely different styles from the Shang dynasty, which had little in common with the Achaemenids, and even less with Egyptians. And I'm just talking about a couple of Bronze Age civilizations, which by the way developed different styles on their own over time across different locations. Styles are what allows us to study and classify ancient civilizations, because it was the way that they, and us by consequence, identified themselves. But the style is not the origin, rather the consolidation of something much more ephemeral, something we call a trend. So welcome back to the Design Quickie, where I give you some personal insights into design for brands in a time-efficient way. And we're exploring trending topics. Styles are the sensorial manifestation of a culture. But styles don't just pop into reality. They are a product of necessity, rebellion, previous styles, and especially of trends. What is a trend, you ask? Well, it's like a style, but it doesn't last as much. A trend is a shift in behavior that comes and goes in a matter of weeks, months, or years. It can be kickstarted by innovators or by simple accident. It manifests in the same way as a style, but fades much faster. And like styles, trends are often associated with different groups of people, whether the difference is age, nationality, political leaning, or even time. Yes, time, because trends, like styles, are not a modern phenomena. Like high heels, for example. These were invented to be used by Persian cavalrymen, locking their feet into the stirrups. They were brought into Europe during the 16th century by Persian diplomats and quickly adopted by noblemen who wanted to look taller and more imposing. The high heel fell out of favor in the 18th century during the Enlightenment period, only to be revived in the 19th century, only this time worn by women. Something that got consolidated into a style to this day. Another example are the tulips. In the 16th century, the flower became a royal symbol of the Ottoman Empire and was eventually imported into Europe by merchants who traded them at high prices. This was especially true in the Netherlands, where the prices went so high that you could buy large houses or entire cargo ships by selling a single bulb. This culminated in what was called tulip mania, the first speculative market bubble in history that ended up bursting and ruining many Dutch traders. And almost a century later, the Ottoman tulip era brought a true renaissance to the flower, not as a trading asset, but as an artistic one, with flowers and motifs decorating Turkish architecture, gardens, objects, and fashion. But this also ended poorly when the excessive spending led to a Janissary revolt that toppled Sultan Ahmed III. Still, to this day, the tulip is a national symbol in both countries, with the Netherlands being its largest producer, while Turkey still has an annual tulip festival. And that's the thing about trends. No matter how quick they come and go, they can still have major social impacts, influencing financial or political shifts, and even changing a culture for years to come. And in the era of the internet, trends can spread faster and have more impact than ever. Like how Pokémon Go, an augmented reality-based game, boosted local economics, with cafes and parks near Pokéstops seeing revenue spikes of 50 to 300%, only for the game to lose 80% of its player base over the first year. Or how NFTs turned artists into millionaires overnight, only for tokens to lose their value at the same speed, exposing major speculative bubbles in crypto assets. Or even the keto diet fever, which ended as quickly as it started, but led to many other wellness trends, like intermittent fasting or the carnivore diet, but also consolidating low-carb eating as a fitness option. And of course, brands and businesses kept their relevance by surfing or even creating trends in their marketing campaigns. That's why everyone is pushing for AI now. It's our latest trend, already causing major impacts to society in ways that honestly, we can't fully grasp yet. Yes, AI represents major technical and cultural shifts, but we are far from understanding where it will take us, or even if it's coming to a bubble like the .com did. But the trend is here. Everyone is talking about it, and no one wants to be left behind. Thanks for watching.